Lehigh Defense 38 Special 100 grain maximum expansion Ruger LCR. High of 1111, low of 1089 for an average of 1097. Velocity for that shot was 1,047 feet per second. Impact velocity 1,054 feet per second. The Lehigh Defense Maximum Expansion 38 Special Load is a 100 grain solid copper hollow point. It can be purchased in packages of 12 at a retail price of $19 according to the Lehigh Defense web store. While it is not labeled as a plus P loading, the brass does have a plus P head stamp. We're going to start with a quick look at the two wound channels. You can see the bottom was the clear gel shot. You've got two very pronounced stretch wings and one partial. And up above is our denim shot, and you can see four very clear and distinct stretch petals going off the central wound channel. Looking at the wound channels, the bottom channel is the bare gel shot. The upper channel is our 4-layer of FBI test spec 14-ounce denim shot. The bottom wound track, as we would expect, is very clean with this copper solid. The wound channel thins out quite dramatically, quite quickly, and the reason for that is it looks like we had 2 petals fully expand and 2 petals partially expand, but we'll know better when we retrieve that bullet. The 4-layer of denim shot entered, immediately started expanding just like the clear gel shot, but it did deposit some denim fragments. A nice big chunk of denim right there. You can see at that point the bullet starts to veer to the left. We're looking at the bottom of the block, and it almost came in contact with the first shot. Both bullets progressed a little bit farther and then pulled back. The penetration depth for both shots was identical at 9.5 inches. Comparing the two shots, we'll look at the denim shot first because it has the most pronounced wound channel. The stretch wings from top to bottom measure just about 3/4 of an inch. Expansion for both loads started pretty much at the 1-inch mark. Continued on, reached maximum by probably 2 to 3 inches. Kind of settle down, peter out by the time you get to inch 5. And then for the next 4.5 inches, the bullets continue on, leaving pretty substantial wound channel, permanent wound channel from those expanded petals. You can't see this because it's on the other side of the block, but the denim shot actually does have a plug of denim in the very center of the bullet, which I will retain after I pull the bullets and give you a good look at them. And again, they both went pretty much identical distances. You're looking at right at 9.5 inches to the very front of both bullets. Amazingly, they did not touch, which was my biggest fear, but I show no evidence that one bullet impacted the other as they came to the end of their trip down through the clear ballistics gel block, which by the way is calibrated to 10% ordnance gel density. As promised, here is a close-up of the recovered bullets. We did have 3 petals expand and 1 that partially expanded on the bare gel shot. The denim shot was completely plugged with denim, but it did not stop this bullet from expanding and expanding fully. It's actually 2 layers of denim. There's one I just peeled away, and there's another one down in the hollow point. So I will clean them up, measure them up, and we'll come back and wrap up this test. As I was doing my final editing, I realized I didn't give you guys a really good look at those wound channels. So what I've done is I've actually cut the block right when both wound channels were at their greatest. Alright, on the bare gel shot, you can see there is a kind of a two-dimensional stretch wing that runs about a half an inch from top to bottom. But what was impressive for me was this, which is the fully expanded denim shot. As I stretch that, I'm not ripping it, I'm just opening it back up. It's three-quarters of an inch that way, 3/4 of an inch that way. Spread it out, there's like a cross completely cut through by those petals, which I thought was pretty interesting. I mean, it didn't heal up. Definitely some serious cutting damage going on there in 4 different directions. Very symmetrical. And that's going to wrap up our test of the Lehigh Defense 38 Special. Overall, the maximum expansion name given to this load is very appropriate, with expansion ratios doubling original diameter. We had no problems achieving the published 1050 muzzle velocity. Penetration was the weak spot, and we fell short of the published 12 inches. Retained weight was excellent at 99.8% for both bullets. Hope you enjoyed the test, and thank you very much for watching.